Hey guys, long time no see. This is crazy. I figured, you know what? I'm sitting here folding laundry, which I do every Sunday, just to get us prepared for the week. And I thought, you know what? I have not been on my new YouTube channel for so long. I usually go on TikTok. I post a ton of TikToks, but this channel has always been dedicated to getting sorry, I'm in a weird position. I got my leg up here, I got one leg down here. But anyhow, so I usually am on my TikTok and I'm talking about just regular everyday things. I'm not really talking too much about weight loss on there, although it's on my bio. But I figured I'd come on here and see how you guys have all been. I am still here. I actually, for the past probably, I'd say a year, maybe more, I've been sitting at 130. I go like 130, 132. And yeah, that's it. I haven't popped into the 129 yet, into the 120s. I'm not trying to. I'm just living my life. I'm still taking WEGOVY. But let me back up a little bit and let you know that I am Dory. I am 53 years old. Yeah, 53 years old. And on September 12th of 2016, I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy weight loss surgery. My highest weight, let me see if I put my camera up here. It's so annoying. You guys are like sitting on a big pile of clothes. My highest weight was 350 pounds. My lowest weight before going on WEGOVY, I was 156.3. I remember going for 2 years. I went back into the 160s, and I really, really, really wanted to be 156.3. I just felt good, looked good, and then when I went into the like 160, 164 or 5, I was so unhappy. And then I actually went up in October of 2022, I believe. I went up to 182, which isn't a huge, like, that's not like obese or anything, but high for myself. So I was 182. I went to the doctor, and at that time I went to discuss being put on a injectable like WEGOVY. The one that I wanted was on back order because that's when everybody started finding out about it. So he put me on Saxenda, which is a daily injection. Still did the same stuff, still helped me. I still was losing weight. Come January, my mail order pharmacy had WEGOVY on hand. So I called my doctor, and he did a pre-authorization for it. And then they have accepted it since January 2023. And so I have been on it. Has it been 3 years? Yeah, it's been 3 years. 3 years in January. I've been on WEGOVY. So yeah, I had went down 182, then I went to the 170s, 160s, 150s, 140s, and now I am 130. I'm assuming at some point I'll be like 128, 129. I don't think my body's going to rest there though. I think that my body is just used to being where it's at since I've been 130 for so long. And yeah, so I feel good. I am, going through a lot of life circumstances. I have my 4 kids are still home. I have one that turns 18 in May. I have another one who's 16 and a half. Then I have a son who's 14, turning 15 in June. And my 11-year-old, my youngest, is turning 12 in June. So, we're getting ready for the college next year. We're getting ready for the graduation, going through all this stuff with still mental health. 3 of my kids have autism. One has level 2. 2 of them has like Asperger's or like level 1. Very highly functioning. I'm still a special needs paraprofessional in the school system here. That has been good, although since January, I have really had a hard time. Actually, I'll back up a minute, because my mom passed in September. September 10th of 2025, my mom passed away. It was the same day that Charlie Kirk was assassinated. So that day will live forever in my mind. So she passed away. It was very quick. She was 77 years old. I really truly thought that she'd be around a lot longer. Her family side, like her dad's side of the family, has the longevity, and her uncles lived till they were in their 80s, 90s. One of them was 98 and got taken out by COVID. And so I really thought that she was going to be around for a long time. I'm filming a video. Can you hang on? Go ahead. Out the door and shut it. Wow. I know. Thanks, bro. And so, I really didn't think that it would go so quick, but it was February of 2025 that she went into the hospital for pneumonia. She had lost her appetite. After that, she came home. She was doing well until she got a UTI, and she ended up not being able to breathe. So we found out that she had fluid around her heart. That was in like May. She was in and out of the hospital from May through June. Then July, she was okay. But she had been in a rehab at that point. And then August came, and she just could not get her bearings. She could not stand. As a matter of fact, the hospital that she was at, one of the hospitals, decided to discharge her and send her home. And so my brother, they put her in the car from the hospital. And then when they got to her house, my brother called me, because we didn't realize that they didn't rehab her to be able to walk on her legs again. So she was on the floor. And so I picked her up from the floor, and this poor woman, that was late August, probably like August 19th, 20th, around there. She basically was just able to be pulled. I put her on a chair. We picked her up. We put her onto her walker that I had just bought her, and then sailed her across the kitchen into the living room, and was only able to sit on a reclining chair that I had just purchased her, that had one of those remotes that would take you from a sitting position to a standing position, so she could walk with her walker. And that poor thing was only able to use it for a half an hour. I had to call the ambulance back again. She had to do the whole thing again, go into the hospital. And then that's where they put her in rehab again, but the rehab was just not good to her like the first time. They're low staffed. The poor thing was like on her deathbed. And so it was like August, I want to say the 30th. And she was transitioned back to the hospital. And then that hospital was so nice to us and told us about a program that they had for patients who had COPD. And basically, I didn't remember why they had done it. I know now. But basically, they were going to keep her alive for us until she was able to go to the facility that she really wanted to die at, which was called Harmony House. It's here in the town that we live in. It is the most amazing facility. They take hospice patients who have less than 3 months to live, and it's a home environment. They only take up to 5 patients at a time. It's beautiful. It was only built a couple of years ago. The woman who started it is named Ruth Willamane, and she had a house, and she used to take people in who didn't have family and who were dying, and she would care for them in her big Victorian house. And so her dying wish, or her wish, she had passed away right before it came to fruition, but her wish was that they build something like this for patients to be able to just feel at home, feel loved, compassion. Like, it's amazing. Like, if I couldn't be with my mom for some reason, if I was at work and my brother wasn't here, my mom was never alone. Somebody comes and sits with her and sat with her and held her hand and gave her ginger ale on a syringe, or juice on a syringe just when her mouth got dry. I mean, it was amazing. It's like having your mom there with you anytime. Like, they take such good care of the patients there, and they have a room, they have a prayer room, they have a room where it's like a den, it's far away from the patients' rooms, that you can just go watch TV, because, you know, some patients will be there the whole 3 months. My mom came on Wednesday, no, came on, was it Monday? Came on Monday, and she died on Wednesday. But that was her wish. Her wish was to be there. And so they basically kept her alive to be able to transport her there. But it was, so since then, I've just been kind of like, days are, sorry. Days are meshing into each other. I can't believe it's been 6 months already. Sorry. But anyway, so she, you know, was there, and that was really good. And so at school now, you know, like, things are going by so quick, but this year, a couple months ago, my teacher got injured. And me and the other paraprofessional have taken over the classroom basically for a short period of time. So one day, like 2 days, I'm the teacher, then she's the teacher for 2 days, then me 2 days, her 2 days. This week I have all week, I'm the teacher. And then next week I have a couple of days, and then she has a couple of days. But we've been doing that since the middle of January, and I think we're doing it to the end of April, as long as my teacher comes back and everything's cleared for her medically, and that she doesn't have surgery. So it's just been one thing after another, just trying to get things together. Be mindful of the time I have. I'm taking my best friend out to eat and drinks for her birthday. So anyhow, so things have just been kind of crazy around here, as far as, you know, after she died, and kind of taking care of her bills and her things. And prior to her dying, she was renting from my cousin, who lived upstairs with his demonic wife and kids. They're just very, very, very unfortunate, cruel people. But right before my mom died, she was on her deathbed, and my cousin thought it was a good idea to change the locks on the house to prevent us from coming in to get her things. The day my mom died, I was actually in housing court that morning to have him change the locks. They told him he could not do that, so he did have to change the locks back. But that day, she died that night, 10:06 at night. And so I had gotten out of court. Court was at 2. I got out of court like 3:45 or something, some crazy time. And then just a few hours later, when we were with her, she passed. I have her cat. Her cat is actually laying right here next to me. I inherited her cat, which my cousin threw outside in a cat carrier because he did not care. Karma will get him. I already know. Karma will get him. But they were so cruel to my mom. His wife, before they got married like right after my aunt died. So my mom's sister died. I know you guys will remember that I talked about how I was at my aunt's bedside, and she died 2 years ago in September, and then my mom died this September. I know you guys will remember that, you know, I had mentored her. Well, this is the cousin who his mom had passed and left him in the house, so they decided to get married, I guess. I think she thought that if they were married, maybe they'd keep the house. I'm not sure, but I just know that they can't rent out the apartment that's on the first floor, which was my mom's, because there's so much wrong with it. Plus, there's like a $3,000 or $5,000 electric bill that his mother never paid, that he never paid in these last 2 years. And so you can't really put electric in that place until it's paid off. So in any event, he was extremely cruel. even since then. So I turned in her keys. I made sure I had a police escort come. The chair that I was telling you about that I got from my mom that she only got to use for half an hour, they cut the electrical cord from it. I had a very, very old, or 100 years old, Singer sewing machine, and they cut the foot pedal and threw the foot pedal away, so I couldn't use it. I just really got what I needed out of that apartment, and I just never looked back. It's right up the street. I drive by it every day going to work. But I just needed to get out what we needed. She didn't have anything left. She did not have life insurance. I had to do a GoFundMe to bury her. It was just a very horrible time. So I did not start school this year in August like everybody else. I had to use up almost all of my sick time and personal time to be with my mom, which I never regret, while she was on hospice. I could not just go to work and have her just in the hospital by herself, or me not advocate for her. And I was her proxy in her healthcare, stuff and all of that. And so she died with nothing. She had nothing in the bank. There was just enough to pay, all of her regular bills, her car payment, her car insurance and things like that, her phone bill. My brother inherited the car, but because it had a car note on it, they wanted the $9,500 in cash. They wouldn't let him just take over the loan. So they ended up repossessing it. My brother is now, thankfully, 2 years sober. He's doing very well. He did very well prior to my mom passing away, so my mom was able to see him. He cared for her. He did dishes for her. He fed the cat for her, cleaned the litter boxes all the time, shopped for her, the whole 9 yards. And so whereas, while he was drunk my whole life, I was the one that would provide everything for her. So now, like, it brings back memories. When I'm grocery shopping for my mom, of things that I bought her before, or like I used to put like a salon pause on the back of her shoulder because she would have like a pain in her shoulder. And so my husband has tennis elbow. So I put a salon pause on his elbow the other day, and it just brought back memories. Sorry. You really don't know, like, the loss of somebody so much until your mom dies. Like my dad passed away a long time ago, like 31 years ago, 32 years ago, and I totally remember it, and I miss him terribly, but not like my mom. Sorry. I really wanted to make an update just about my health. So this year it'll be 10 years post-op. I did try to go for skin removal consultation. I submitted to the insurance. They denied it. And so I would have to pay out of pocket. I did appeal it twice, but they still denied it. So it is what it is. One day, hopefully, I will be able to get skin removal surgery. I probably have like 3 or 4 pounds of it. It's just all skin. It's not any, on my arms and stuff and my stomach. But so yeah, so that is it. I just wanted to update you guys, and I will talk to you soon.